Hi everyone, it's Baby here and welcome to the Genusian podcast. Today we just held the ambassador talk with the team ASEAN and the European Union going 50 here in Nusa Putra University. And today I am honored to have some moment with His Excellency Sujiro Sim, the ambassador for the European Union for ASEAN. Thank you very much for joining us, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Baby, for having me at Nusa Putra University.
The pleasure is ours, Your Excellency. And thank you very much also for joining us not only in the main event but also in this podcast. Before jumping into our discussion, Your Excellency, can you please share with us a little about your diplomatic career and also your roles here in Indonesia?
Oh, well, that will make me feel old because I started my diplomatic career last century, actually. I graduated from the National School of Administration, which is the school which trains and forms all the senior civil servants in the French systems, not only for the French Foreign Ministry, but also for other ministries. As it is very common, I started in the French Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Paris before taking overseas assignment, first in Brussels, but then I served in the United States of America as Consul General of France in Texas, before my first position as ambassador of France to Fiji and other Pacific Island countries, before becoming an ambassador for the European Union, first in Fiji as well and other Pacific Island countries, and now as ambassador of the European Union to ASEAN.
Okay, that's great. Could you please share a little about your role here in Indonesia, Your Excellency?
Well, my role in Indonesia is a coincidence. I mean by that, I'm not the ambassador of the European Union to Indonesia, so my focus is not Indonesia, but it is ASEAN. And as you know, ASEAN is not only Indonesia, but 9 other countries of Southeast Asia, soon to be 11 member states of ASEAN with the accession of Timor-Leste. So my role is to promote and develop the partnership, which is a strategic partnership between ASEAN and the European Union. So my job takes me around the region, mainly in the country which has the rotating chairmanship of ASEAN. So it was Indonesia when I arrived in 2023. My second year last year was with Laos. Now it is with Malaysia. And before my term comes to an end next year, I will be in the Philippines because the Philippines will be the chairman of ASEAN in 2026.
Thank you very much for sharing your long journey, Your Excellency, and it also gives us a clearer picture about your important role in connecting ASEAN and also the European Union. Moving on to our discussion, Your Excellency, many of our students here in Nusa Putra University and even all across Indonesia is actually eager to study in Europe. So could you please share us what opportunities exist from them through scholarship programs? Maybe, for example, like the Erasmus+.
It's good that you mentioned the Erasmus project because this is the main offer from the European Union. Erasmus, of course, was a Dutch philosopher from the Renaissance, but it's also the acronym of the project. So it stands for the European Region Action Scheme for the Mobility of University Students, and it means exactly that. It is a project which originally assisted in student exchanges for higher education. It started in 1987, so that's a very old program, and it is also a very successful program. Because up to date, 16 million students have benefited from the Erasmus project. It is very well funded. The budget for the years 2021-2027 will be 27 billion euros, so it is one of the best funded student mobility exchanges program in the world. And I would invite students from Indonesia, but also from other ASEAN member states to take full advantage of the offers of the Erasmus project, especially when it comes to dual degrees at the master level, because that gives you the opportunity to have a degree which is not only recognized in your university of origin, let's say Nusa Putra here in Indonesia, but also in the university where you do your exchange program. In addition to that, because the European Union is a single market, it means that students in Europe can travel freely to all the Schengen area member countries.
Wow, that's really interesting, Your Excellency. And I believe our students would be more motivated to explore the opportunities that they have to study in Europe. Now, speaking of our students, Your Excellency, in your perspective, how can the students, especially here in Nusa Putra University or even all across Indonesia, how can they contribute to strengthen the connection between ASEAN and the European Union?
Well, you are here in the university to learn. That's the very purpose of being a student. So learn as much as you can on the European Union, on ASEAN, on international relations. I'm a diplomat, so I would just call for that angle. I think it was a great initiative, and I was very honored to be able to give this lecture today as a part of the Ambassador's Talk, because I think it allows the student to get exposed to more international relations. Then again, apply for these opportunities offered under the Erasmus project to study in Europe and to complete a Euro degree. What happens afterwards is that students who studied in Europe return to Southeast Asia, to Indonesia, but also the other member states of ASEAN. And even though I am an ambassador, they also become ambassadors to some extent, because they will always have a very positive experience and memory of their time in Europe, and they will always be happy to share that with us.
That's such a great point, Your Excellency, and it also shows that even as students, they already have a role to play in strengthening the bonds between European Union and also ASEAN. Alright, now on to my last question, Your Excellency. What key message or maybe key of advice would you give to Indonesian students so they can be more confident and active in international cooperation?
Well, it's very simple. You're here at a university, you're a student, and I remember fondly my time as a student. This is the best time of your life. So my number one message is enjoy. Take advantage of all the opportunities offered to you at this point in time in your life. But the second message is a little bit more serious. You're here to build your future. So this is an investment. Do as much as you can to be as successful as you can for the rest of your life. And my last message is always be thankful to the people who made it possible for you to study in university, especially your family.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. That was such a powerful message, and I believe it will stay in our students' mind as they look forward into their future paths. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for joining us once again in this special occasion. And also thank you very much for sharing your valuable insight in today's event and also in this podcast. I'm sure our viewers and also our students will gain a fruitful impact and also a fruitful knowledge or maybe insight from your materials that you shared today.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's such an honor for us, Your Excellency. And to our viewers, thank you very much for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much.
Bye.